let's go directly into this new farm law passing, and then we'll go into the commissioner's report. So this is something that I've covered for quite some time, again, because I'm a farmer, but also I'm very interested in property rights and the lies of animal activists. For me, my real look, I've sort of been anti-animal rights activist since, well, forever. And I believe it has to do with my religious worldview, but also that I don't equate animal lives to those of humans. Humans are here, animals are down here. I love my dog, I like my cat. But people are here, animals are down here, and I'll eat them, and I'll also take care of them. So I think it was 2018, animal rights activists invaded a Hutterite farm in south of Calgary, anyway, a Jumbo Valley Hutterite farm. One of those animal rights activists was actually a videographer for Global News. And this is a turkey farm, and they were protesting the treatment of turkeys leading up to, slaughter processing for Christmas. And the thing about these turkey farms, and so many farms, including hog farms, is that they are biosecure facilities. These animals are, subject to catching diseases that will wipe out the entire flock, like hundreds, thousands of animals. And you just have these turkey invaders just there. And so I had gone down to talk to these turkey farmers about, what it's like to have your home invaded. And I should point out to you that Hutterites it's a collective farm, multiple families live there. And so when you invade their farm, you're actually invading their home, like their kids are there. Ezra went to cover the court appearances of these invaders. He flew out in a snowstorm. And then subsequent to that, there's an animal rights activist who was run over by a truck after she ran out onto the road to try to give water to pigs that were headed to slaughter. And, the animal rights activists were saying, she was murdered by a trucker who has to live the rest of his life with having this fatality on his heart because she ran out into traffic to give pigs bound for water or bound for slaughter water. And, it's this incessant problem with animal rights activists invading our farms, which are also our homes. And spreading lies about farmers. And we have the right to do our business unmolested by activists. And we should be able to, not worry about animal rights activists contaminating our herds with diseases, which could devastate us financially. So this farmers' rights bill passed in the House of Commons. Guess who voted against it? The NDP. And it threatens activists with $25,000 in individual fines if you trespass onto a farm, and $100,000 for the organizations which may encourage it. So this law will get them coming and going. And I couldn't be happier about it, because it is not just about the rights of farmers to do our jobs and feed this country, but this is a property rights issue. Our farms are also our homes. I'm a 5th generation farmer, and my family has taken care of this land for 120 years this year, in fact. And I think we do a good job of it. And we just want to provide affordable, nutritious food to not just our communities, but the country and the rest of the world. And these animal rights activists, look, if they want to eat lettuce all day long, great. It's not my problem. Leave us alone. And they don't have the right to do extra governmental inspections of our property. Imagine somebody just barging in to your home and invading it. Well, that's what farmers have to live with from these animal rights activists. And I'm just so happy to see that the Liberals actually voted along with the Conservatives on this issue. And the NDP, of course, voted against it because they say it violates the rights of protesters. Protest on the road outside my property. Don't come on my property. That's all we were asking for. And we had to increase the fines because They just won't listen. Let's talk about another property rights issue while we're at it, as we get to the end of the show. Ottawa continues their attack on our property rights through their imposition of gun laws. Ottawa wants to pass Bill C-21 in the coming weeks and ban high-capacity firearms chargers. So Public Safety Minister Dominic LeBlanc said gun manufacturers should no longer be able to sell modifiable chargers that hold up to 30 bullets. And he wants to pass C-21 in the coming weeks. So C-21 basically ratifies the government's order in council, which banned, at the time, it was 1,500 models of popular shotguns and long guns, including a 410 bird gun as an assault rifle. They want to codify that into law. And since then, it has ballooned to closer to 2,000. Within that, there's a buyback program. Buyback, as though the government ever owned these guns in the first place. But here's the thing. They're trying to make this stuff double illegal. Like, you cannot, you already can't have a magazine that holds that many bullets. That's already illegal. It's like trying to make murder double illegal. But they're basically saying that people are in their basements modifying this stuff. Well, if they are, there's already a law that deals with that. Like, just how dumb these people are. Dominic LeBlanc, who's probably never gone moose hunting in his entire life, says the bill aims more broadly to ban military type weapons that are not used for hunting. When we go moose hunting, he says, we are not going to war on moose, said LeBlanc, who clarified he wants to pass Bill C-21 in the coming weeks. We want to ensure that there is no escape, allowing gun owners and industry to do indirectly what they cannot do directly. Adding the federal government would add resources to provincial and municipal police forces to carry out the law. Good luck to you in Alberta. In Alberta, our Premier Danielle Smith has said that she will not be directing our provincial RCMP, who are on contract with the provincial government, to allocate resources to molesting law-abiding Canadian gun owners. I think our cops definitely have better things to do than kicking in the doors of their friends and neighbors for the crime of lawfully acquiring something that the government now says is illegal. And despite all this constant gun legislation, when you know it, the violent crime rate has gone up. I think it's the highest it's been in years, if not decades. And it has gone up 4 years in a row. So since Justin Trudeau started bringing out his increased gun control legislation, guess what? Crime has gone up. So maybe we could do something different instead of going after duck hunters and moose hunters. Maybe, just maybe, we could focus on gangs, the border, drug trafficking, human trafficking. But no, it's just Joe in Saskatchewan who wants to put some holes in some geese. He's the bad guy in this country, according to Dominic LeBlanc.